What's going on, champs and champions? It's FireMonkey here, and good morning to anyone who's watching this video right when it goes live, because it's very early for a FireMonkey channel upload. But with that said, in today's video, we'll be talking about all the new cosmetics added in the v24.10 update. This also includes the bonus variants for the super levels this season, so we have the Kinetic Rush variants, we have the Neon Citrus variants, and we have the Mega Wave variants. We'll be going through all that type of stuff, but firstly, we gotta talk about the new cosmetics, the ones that are so unique that they're in their own section of being unreleased right now. We'll start off by showing the Treyarch Nox skin right here, which is the actual crew pack skin, almost at Battle Pass, but it's the crew pack skin this season. It's got a very unique animation to it, it's got some reactivity that you can disable if you want, and overall, I think it looks very cool. If you want to see how that animation looks in the lobby, here's a quick little view for you guys. It's very nice just to see how the pickaxe flames are, and just the spinning around animation, right? I think it just looks super cool. So for a crew pack skin, I vibe with it, right? And with the reactivity going on here, I definitely see myself using this skin quite often, but that's not the only thing this update, of course, because we have a lot of actual cosmetics that will be in the item shop, starting off with Barret. Barret is a barbarian on the battlefield. They have two variants here, you have this normal one with kind of the hoodie type thing, and a little bear plush over on the side. I just noticed that just now, and I thought it was pretty cool. And then a hood down variant where you can kind of see the actual skin's face and the unique hairstyle better, and it's very interesting to see because this is a hairstyle that I don't recall being used in Fortnite before. If it was used before, it was probably just by the superhero skins once or twice, so it is something that hasn't been used that often, so seeing it being an official part of one of the new skins is very interesting. On top of that, we have the Drop D skin, which has no variants or anything to it, but is a pretty unique design. It kind of is like power chord vibes in a way, but without really being... I guess it could match the power chord theme, right? But it's one of those skins that will be in the item shop. It's the uncommon rarity, and it was added this update. On top of that, we also have a festival version of Lace right here, which is the old Lace skin just redesigned, and originally this was supposed to be like a summer skin, but it ended up being for a festival, right? And I'm assuming since we have the Lantern Fest going on right now, maybe this is related to Lantern Fest in some way, but overall it is just another new skin in the game. And then finally, Miss Bunny Penny, and I love this right here. Just the fact that in the description it mentions Save the World. If we go ahead and switch back here, spring into action, save the world. It's obviously a skin you'll be able to buy in the item shop, but it's very interesting to see how they kind of reference Save the World, since Penny is from Save the World, in the description, still keeping some of the heart of the original mode that Penny comes from in the actual naming and everything for it as well. But I thought that was pretty interesting, just a pretty little unique flair going on there. But all three of these uncommon rarity skins don't appear to have any bundles associated with them, but when they do get sold in the item shop, each skin is going to cost 800 V-Bucks, so they're going to be pretty cheap to pick up, and of course, I'll probably pick up all of them. Next up, we have the actual Backlings here, starting off with the Midnight Agnes Backbling, or whatever you want to call it, which has a reactive and non-reactive kind of effects variant, so of course, when the effects are enabled, it matches the skin a lot, and then when you have effects disabled, it's just kind of a backbling, right? There's no little lightning or anything coming off of it, but it is still just a cool backbling to use, and it's got a pretty unique design. After that, we have the Grizzly Gear Bag, which is going to be for that little bear skin we just talked about. The one with the hoodie and everything. I mean, you can kind of tell just by the actual design of the backbling itself. Pretty nice, pretty unique. And then we have the Bloomback Sack. Now, this is a very interesting backbling because it will be an entirely free reward from the Springtime Blowout quest, right? So you won't have to buy this in the item shop. There's not going to be another Ruby reskin or anything like that for this. This is something that you'll just get for free by doing some of the new quests this season, and it's got a pretty nice aesthetic. Next up for the pickaxes, we have two here. The Starlit Psy pickaxes, a part of, the whole entire Treyarch Nox set, which has its own little reactive animation here. If it does play, which we might actually have to swing to play. Nope, actually you just kind of saw right there, but you can also disable that. You can swing it as well with it disabled, and you just won't get the lightning effect. So it's pretty cool pickaxes, some pretty clean and simplistic ones, and since it has a nice color scheme, I could just see myself putting this on other skins, right? Especially since I like using the dual pickaxes or whatever over the single ones where it's just, one pickaxe. I like using the dual blades in a way. I like those a lot more. But then we have the Nannerbloom Hammer. Now, something interesting about this is while it is a free summer reward, or I guess spring reward from the quest and everything, This is related to that Toon Pilly concept skin that never ended up releasing. So maybe in the near future we will actually see Toon Pilly releasing into the item shop and stuff like that, and it will just kind of fit with Toon Meowscles and everything else. Now I do believe at least that Toon Pilly never released. I could be very stupid right here, so let me go ahead and search it up, because the only thing that comes up, nope, never mind, I'm just dumb. Alright, anyways, you get the point. This is a new variant for Toon Pilly's actual pickaxe or whatever, and it is a free reward to pick up in the just by doing the Spring Fling quest lines and everything else, so it's something nice to see. But you guys got to see a live moment of my brain just malfunctioning and thinking that Toon Pilly wasn't released. And now for another free reward, we actually have something that I talked about in a few videos ago, which was the Spring Fling glider. This is it right here. It is a free glider reward you'll be able to do by doing quests and everything else, and it's pretty simplistic, it's pretty clean, and I like how they have a constant theme going on with everything happening here. However, speaking of the Spring Fling questline, or I guess, you know, Spring Showdown or whatever they're calling it right now, I do want to mention something that was scrapped. Using this exact same design, there has been some weird things happening where for some reason, right, for just some reason at all, Epic Games had planned for a spring themed wrap to be a free reward. However, they scrapped that last minute and replaced the wrap with a Brat banner, right, or not a Brat banner, but a Brat loading screen. So a loading screen of the Brat skin, just tons of hot dogs or whatever you want to call it, all scattered throughout it, when it was originally supposed to be a wrap themed around this same exact design. So it's interesting to see that get scrapped very last minute. Of course, we don't have an image of what the wrap would look like, but I assume you can kind of take a guess based on the design going on with everything else. And with that said, let's go down here. We don't have any new emotes, but we have a few sprays and an emoticon. These sprays, for the most part, we don't know how you actually obtain them, except for this one right here. This spray was actually a free reward for one of the previous community battles in the past. So this was for the German Community Cup, or I guess community team battle, whatever happened before, and it'll be granted to players who actually participated in that mini event very soon. Now, if you didn't participate in that event back then, there will be no way to actually obtain this, so it's going to be something that will end up being a little bit more on the rarer side. This right here, however, is going to be another free reward from the Spring Blowout questlines, or whatever they're actually called this season. And then this right here, the Shrey Spectre emoticon, is actually a free reward from part 2 of the Narrative Syndicate questline. So that's just something to keep in mind. You know, you do all the quests that come out very soon, and you'll get yourself this nice little ghosty emoticon. Sadly, it's animated, so right now you can't use it on the Hollowback Backling, but we do know that they are working on adding animated emoticon support, so it's just something fun to keep in mind, right? And then finally, which actually, you know what, before I say finally, yep, we have no new loading screens, we have no new music packs, so we finally get to go on to the wraps. Before I talk about the wraps, I feel the last thing I should mention here is in terms of those spray skins, right? Because I know everyone's going to ask about it. Yes, the spray skins are finally prepared to release, right? It appears all the bugs have been fixed, and they recently added one most wanted tab back to the game, meaning that they're most likely planning to release those spray skins very soon, both Keeper and Elias. So just keep your eyes out for those, right? And make sure you have your bars stacked up to 5,000 so you can get all the free spray rewards and variants right away once those quests officially drop. So with the new actual wraps and everything, we have the Noxious wrap, which does actually have a reactiveness. So I want to see, was I correct with my video? No, I was expecting the diamond at the front to glow. You know what? I mean, I'm fine with the entire gun glowing, but that caught me off guard. Alrighty then. Next up, we have the Retro Stripe wrap, which a lot of people are calling the Burger King wrap just because of the colors and everything. Not animated or anything like that, but it is a shop wrap that's going to be pretty cheap. And then finally, the Striped Stealth wrap, which goes with that, you know, like Shadow Ruby skin that we got a long time ago, or was it called like Stealth Ruby or something like that? This is actually a wrap to go along with that set. However, it doesn't appear like it was granted to anyone who already owned the set before, so maybe it'll be something that's just sold in the item shop once those cosmetics return to the shop in the near future. But with that said, that's pretty much it for the new cosmetics, but that's not where we're ending, because of course we have the bonus rewards. Something I thought I would just mention to you guys is that all the skins that have bonus rewards have multiple selectable styles. So except for Thunder, right? Thunder, you won't be able to use like the chef thing or anything, you just got to use like this normal variant of him. However, skins like Highwire allow you to use any any of the other variants that release for Highwire with the super level variants as well, giving them a unique design for any of those different styles. Mizuki allows you to actually take the mask off, keep the mask on, use the different variants and everything else like normal, and still get the super level variants and everything equipped. Amani allows you to turn off, you know, the little lights and everything, allows you to turn off the glasses and still have the super level variants. And then Renzo, I guess, lets you turn off the reactivity and use or disable the cape as well with the actual super level variants as well. So, you know, overall, you have a lot of customizations, with Thunder being the least customizable super level variant guy this season. So firstly, there's Thunder. Secondly, here's Renzo, and something I really like is the glitch effect, you know, the glitch like retro effect going on these skins, because I just think it's really cool. I mean, especially this one right here with like the face in the middle once you see it, if it wants to glitch for us here. Yep, there we go. I just think that's so weird but cool at the same time, and it just like makes me love these super level variants and stuff. Here's the Mizuki one right here. And then I want to mention that once we get to the second stage of super level variants, I'm going to be a little bit of a simp for them because I like the color green, and they're green. And then finally, here is Highwire. You can kind of see the glitch effect as well, especially on like the ears up here and everything else. It is a very interesting effect that they've got going on, and it kind of matches like, you know, an 80s retro aesthetically themed thing, I guess. Now, something I should mention about Highwire as well here is that if you use one of the variants that have the hood off, the hair will be colored in that super level variant's color. So it's just something that's very nice to see, you know, a small little touch. And here is where I'm simping a little bit, right? It's green. It looks so cool. It makes me want to make presets with all of these skins, somehow finding green combinations for everything. And one thing I have noticed as well is that these skins actually go super well with last season's competitive reward wrap, because it was like a green, like a darkish greenish wrap or whatever, and it matches super well with these variants. So I'm just saying these are made for me. I claim this whole entire super level bonus page, okay? This entire page is mine, and I will not be cooperating with anyone regarding the subject. Now, of course, we're going to continue going through all the different variants and whatnot so you can see them here. I wish I had my locker set up so I could just view all the other stuff as well, but of course you can view that in your own time as you unlock them. Here is Thunder, of course, you know, wearing all the drip and everything. Sadly, you can't put on the sushi chef outfit with the variants or whatever, but it's a small price to pay for Thunder. We have Renzo right here with a beautiful, mind you, like glowing green hair effect, and it's just another one of those skins that have the glitch effect going on for it. But when we get to the final page, there won't be a glitch effect, and you'll see what I mean right now. As you can see, instead of a glitch effect, we get this very like royally like liquid theme in a way, right? I don't really know the best way to describe it. Of course, you still have scan lines and everything, but in terms of the actual like design happening in the middle, it's very unique here. And if we actually turn this skin around, you can kind of see what I mean with that little design. It is a unique design that we don't see too often in Fortnite, so it is something that I kind of, you know, am just kind of mesmerized by, right? I'm just looking at it like, ooh, pretty lines moving. And then of course we have Renzo right here with their variant, where you can see a very nice design on like the vest. It definitely matches Renzo a lot. This variant I feel like was made for Renzo, and you know, it's just like even the hair and the flare and everything just matches super well, and I like it. Amani right here with, you know, their actual outfit having that design on it, once again looks pretty cool. The actual shirt's not going to glitch or anything like the previous ones, probably because, you know, it's the Mega Wave version. It's like the finalized super variant of everything going on here, but it is still something to keep in mind. And then finally, Mizuki. There you go, there it is right there. You can see the variant and everything on the cape, or I guess the coat, whatever it's called, and everything else. But overall, I do think that the super level variants this season are really, really good, right? And that's not just me being biased because green, but it's just me enjoying like the actual designs going on with all of them as well. Like even these right here I can see myself using, even the ones on this page I can see myself using. It just feels like Epic went all in on these super level variants, and I applaud them, right? I want to see more effort like this put into future season super level variants, because this is something I want to grind for, right? This is something I'm definitely going to continue playing and using and making entire presets for in videos, because I just think that these designs are really good, and just the different options of turning off or on certain things definitely make it a lot more worth it to me. So with that said, hope you champs and chambettes enjoyed this little bit of a review of the new cosmetics with this update. If you did, consider subscribing and support the content I create, and I will catch you guys tomorrow with another YouTube video. I would do an emote in the lobby. I guess I can do dance moves. We'll just end it off on dance moves, you know? Once the emote ends, the video ends. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next